Hey everyone, welcome back to our new video, and this video is about an automation which will let you use your project management application very effectively. So here we have set up an automation by which you can create tasks in your project management application like Freedcamp automatically just by entering a few details about the task in a form and submitting the form. Yes guys, this can happen, and by this process you don't have to manually create a task. You just have to collect the stories from the user end or from the tech support or from anywhere through a form, and according to that the task will be created automatically in your project, right? So let me show you how this is going to work. So this will be the flow of this automation. Here we have taken the example of Typeform application to create a form, and here as and when any person is going to submit the form, a new task will be created in Freedcamp project management tool automatically. Yes guys, and here we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And the best part is you can set up this automation in very few easy steps without any coding skills or programming knowledge. So any person can set up this automation very easily. So now let's set up this automation together. So the first step to set up this automation, guys, is to log in into your Pabbly Connect account and reach the dashboard here. So to reach here, you can use the link that we have pasted in the description for you, from where you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes, and it will give you 100 free automation tasks for every new month. So after setting up your account, you can log in and reach here, and here you have to set up this automation by creating a workflow. So to create a workflow, just click here on this create workflow button, and here you can give any suitable name to this workflow. So I'm giving the name here as Typeform to Freedcamp. So I have given the name here as this Typeform to Freedcamp automation. Now you can click here on this create button, and you can see your workflow is getting created here like this. And here on this page you will see these two things, the trigger and the action. So this automation work on these two things. So the trigger is the happening of that event which is going to trigger or start this workflow, and the action would be the response towards the trigger. As in our use case, the trigger would be a new form submission received from Typeform application, and the action would be to create a task in Freedcamp, right? So first of all, you have to set up this trigger here. So from this choose app field, choose the trigger application first, which is Typeform in our case. So search for Typeform. All right, select it, and in the trigger event, select new entry option. Then click on connect. And from this window, select add new connection and click on connect with Typeform. Alright, so that will bring you to the login window of Typeform if you are not logged in. And if you are logged in like me, it will just ask for the required access to make the connection. So here you just have to scroll down and click on accept to give the permissions, and you will see that will be connected with Typeform in a few moments like this, right? And now here it is asking to choose the form that you are using. So this is my Typeform applications dashboard, guys, and here I have created this form. Let me show you. This is the form I have created, and name of the form is integration request, right? And I'm going to connect this form here. So from this forms list, select your form, then click on save and send test request, and it will start showing this waiting for the response. So this means now you have to do a test submission, or you have to fill the form on the behalf of any demo user, and we are going to capture that demo or test data here in this response section. So I have opened my form, and now here it is asking for the name. So I'm giving the name here as let's say Sean Michaels is filling the form, and this is the email address of this person. This is the phone number, application's name. So it's a kind of integration request form I have created for making integrations between two applications. So here I'm typing the application's name as, let's say, Typeform and Freedcamp. Okay, use case description. I want to create a task in Freedcamp with the form submissions data. All right, now I'm clicking on submit here, and you can see that the form is submitted. Now let's check in Pabbly Connect if we got the data of this form or not. So here you can see in this response received section, we got the details captured like this. So here it is showing the form's name, and the things that we have filled in the form are here. You can see the use case description, text, name, and all other things. Here you can see the things I have filled are here like this in these labels, right? So this is how you can capture the data. Now to create a task in a Freedcamp application, we need to have a few things necessary, which are the start date and start date of the task and the end date of the task, right? So to get the start date and end date, I'm going to use the feature by Pabbly which is called date time formatter. So from this actions tab, search for date time formatter, and here in this action event, select for current date option, right? And by using this action event, it will give you the current date on which you have captured the form response. So on that date only I want to create a task, right? So for that I'm fetching the current date. Click on connect, and you can select the format of the date. So let the format be this only, the basic one, and I do not want to include the time, so I am making this option false. Include time in response, make it false. And now click on save and send test request, and here in the result you can see the date time label, and here we got the current date, right? Now so this will act as a start date of the task. So when we'll create a task, we'll use this label as the start date, right? Now to get the end date, click here on this plus icon, and from this actions tab, search for date time formatter again, and here in the section event, select this option, modify current date. Select modify current date, click on connect, and let's say we want to complete this task in 2 days. So 2 days after the current date will be the end date or the due date of this task, right? So to get the date 2 days after the current date, first of all select the format, select the time zone. So I'm working in India, so my time zone is Asia, Kolkata. You can select your time zone, and here I'm going to select this add operation because I want to add 2 days to this current date. So in the unit, select days, and in the value put here 2, right? So it will add 2 days in current date. All right, so click on save and send test request, and in the result label, in this date time label, you will find the date 2 days after the current date. So you can see here the current date was 12/4/2022, and this is the start date of the task, and here you can see the date 14/04/2022, that will be the end date. Now to create a task, click here on this plus icon, and here you have to connect your task management or project management application, which is Freedcamp in our case. So I'm selecting Freedcamp, and in the action event you have to select create task option, click on connect, and from this window select add new connection, and here it is asking the API key to make the connection. So guys, if you are logged in your Freedcamp account like me, I have logged in here, and this is the project I'm working in, and this is the tasks list. So here you just need to click here on this here text written, and that will bring you to the page on which you can get the API key. Here let me show you on this left hand side panel, guys. You will see this integrations option, click on it, and here you will find this API option, click on API, and under this page you will see this previously created API keys. So you can create a key or you can use the same keys. So you can click here on this view API, you can click here on this plus icon and create a key for yourself, or you can use an existing key. Let me create a key, and you can see a new key is generated here. So just copy this key from here and paste this key here in this field, and then click on save, and you will be connected with a Freedcamp like this, right? And here it is asking to select the project's name. So here it will show you the project's name, guys. So you can see we are connected, and when you copy this key from this page, you have to remember that you have to uncheck this security box. Alright, before copying the key, uncheck this security box, then make the connection. Okay, and then it will ask for this project's name. So you have to select the project you're working on in Freedcamp. So I'm working on this project. Let me show you, Pabbly Connect support project, right? So I'm going to select my project, Pabbly Connect support, and then it will ask for the task list's name. So here we have three lists: task list, customer issue, and integration request. So I'm selecting this integrations request list, and now it is asking for the title, for the description, and all these things to create a task. So I'm going to use this data that I have received here in the first step from the form submission to create a task in Freedcamp, right? So to map the data here, you just have to come back to this step and click on this title field, and it will show you these previous steps in the drop down, and from the first step, map the title that is that you got here in this label. Let me show you. This is the title, guys. Alright, so this is the title, Typeform and Freedcamp. In this label, map it. In the description, map the description, which you will find here. So this is the description. Alright, so you can give the priority to this task also. So I'm giving the priority as medium. Now in the start date and the due date, I'm going to use the second and third step. Just click here on the start date, and you will find this second date time formatter step where we have fetched the current date. So click here to map this label, date time label, and in the due date, use this third step where we have added 2 days more and got this date. So that will act as a due date. And now you can also assign this task to your team. So I have these team members here. So I am assigning this task to any team member. Now you can check your connection with the Freedcamp application by clicking on save and send test request, and you will see a new task created here in this integration request list. So I'm clicking on save and send test request, and let's see what happens. And this is the response we have received. Let's check in Freedcamp if we got a new task created. So I'm refreshing the list here, and you can see in this integration request list we got a new task created like this. Typeform and Freedcamp is the title, priority is this, and here you can see the description as well. So this is how it is going to work, guys, and we are done setting up this automation. Let me show you a quick recap what I have done here. So first of all, in the trigger, I connected Typeform application and got capture the form's response as the test response like this. After that, I connected date time formatter to get the current date that will act as a start date of the task. Then I connected date time formatter again to modify the current date to get the due date or the end date of the task like this. After that, I connected Freedcamp application to create a task in there and map this data to create a task. So when you map the data like this, what will happen? Whenever you get a new form response, this data is going to change accordingly according to the labels you mapped here, and a new task will be created automatically in the list that you have selected here like this. So you have to set up this automation only once. After that, you don't have to do anything manually. After that, as and when you receive a form submission, a new task will be created inside your project, right? And guys, the good part is you can use this same workflow that I've just created, because I'm going to paste the link of this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video, and please let us know how our automation ideas are helping you in the comment section. And if you have any queries related to this application, please ask your queries from this forum link, and do check the pricing of this application from this link. And guys, we are open to ideas. If you want us that we should make videos on other aspects of your business, please do let us know in the comment section. And if you like our work, please subscribe to our channel.